Right, hello then folks. As you can see, we got 1.5 minutes left on practice. Which practice? It is Indianapolis practice. That's what it is. For JL Motorsports American Tour. Indianapolis, what can you say about this circuit? It's twisty. It's very twisty. But that's a hell of a start finish straight, isn't it? Can't wait to see what's going on. We got a couple more minutes, minute left of pre-practice, and then we are straight. Oh no, the server won't let you. Have a word with, quickly give one of the team, Rob, a ping. He might be able to get you in. Server won't let you join. Oh god damn it. And they're not able to get you in then. Well, it is a shame because I always like races. I like all races. But today we have, so far, 29 cars on track. We have a lot of cars that we don't know, which is normal. Not good. Not good when you fucking... It is strange why it's just done that. Right, well, here we go. Once the server resets, we are going to be qualifying. Don't cry, Prod. Please don't. Right, here we go. Qualifying is upon us. What are we gonna see? If I'm not mistaken, that's the Ferrari. Right, well, it looks like we are off and qualifying. We have this short pit run today, but right now we are on board with a Billin in the Ferrari, puts in some good times and also has a good little race as well usually. So we'll see what he does today. Billin and then. But I forgot to tell, as if you don't notice, it's wet out there. I mean, be grateful, vlog. You're not in the wet today. In the wet in Indianapolis. Gonna be interesting. For sure, interesting. Well, here we go. By the way, how's sound? Everything okay? We got decent sound? Get that sorted. It looks like 10, 13, coming into 14, and then on to the glorious 15. There, the start and finish straight. Oh, that wouldn't have helped. All that from running off the grass. But anyway, that is Billin off and running with Push Karev right behind him. And then we have Paunchy in the McLaren. Paunchy unfortunately is already red. Billin, on the other hand, who we're watching, is still on a good flying lap. Couple of little yellows. Everybody seems to be okay at the moment. Right, Billin going down the straight for T78. Always get it confused with that bit there. I'm not used to this circuit yet. I really am not. Right, well, here we go. Let's hope he gets a better run over. Oh, dear me. Tokyo Drift there. There we go. 13, 14, 15. What's he gonna put up for today's first time? Let's have a look. We are going to hit a 1:45.732. And then we have Push with a 1:46.167. And they're the only two at the moment that have managed to get a time in. So let's have a look around. Who's still on a green track? We have Fiber on a 150. We are with Van Solomon on the AMG at the moment, still on a nice little green. So how far are we round? Like T12? Yeah, T12. Wonder whether this circuit's going to dry out today. Doesn't look like it, does it? Okay, at the minute, Billen is still up at top with Push. Oh dear, unfortunately, just clocked that one. But the times are coming in. Billen is still first, Push second, and Santo third, Cleaver fourth. Perry. This is our championship leader at the moment, Mr. Perry, in the Bentley. That's whether he can handle the wet. We will always have one wet race. And unfortunately, it's here today. Mind you, I suppose that'd be better than Kota, wouldn't it? Yeah. Kota in the wet wouldn't be a nice idea. No, not at all. Right, where are we with Mr. Perry? We are in T12. No, actually, I was wrong. That's the start finish. What is he going to manage to do? Right, well, Perry takes it. 145.642. So he takes a 10th off Billen in the Ferrari. So he's able to put that car wherever he wants, no matter what. Hornsey is now third in the McLaren with a 145.810. One of our regulars, Dan Cleaver. Tom Cleaver even. One of the fan favourites. He is in 6th at the moment with a 7th with a 146.812. We are in tier 4-5. We'll stay with Don at the moment. Let's see if he can improve. Well, his delta's down at the moment actually by over a second, so he's not on a fast lap. But let's have a look at Hornsey Huda. We haven't looked at him in quite a while. In the McLaren, at the present moment, he is half a second up on his previous best. But whether he can carry that through these last couple of corners. Tokyo and all the way. What's that going to do to his time? He goes second. A 145.495. If he'd have kept it, he was 3/10 in the end. He lost. Right, where are we? Anybody else? Yeah, Push. Moment Push is running. Actually, Billen is back up at top again. My brain's going. My brain is going. Right, I think I better start again. Right, Billen is first with a 144.982. Then Hornsey Hunan on a 145.495. Perry is third with a 145.642. Bush is in 555 is on a 140. He's in fourth and he's on a 145.742. Santo is on a 145.775 and he is in fifth.
Oh. Hello there.
Oh bloody hell, he finally arrived.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yep. You oversee the last 10 minutes of qualifying. Competitive times going on at the moment. Lots of BMWs and Audis.
Definitely.
Who are you following at the moment?
At the moment I'm with Josen. Car 146.
Alright. So let's have a look at where he's at right now. The right pink going into the half hairpin, flowing down, winding around, and the track is slightly wet.
That's an understatement.
He has to brake. Now goes through the little mini straight. ready to brake hard to the 90 degrees left-hander. And down into the very long chicane we have here in Indianapolis. And sweeping right-hander. And down back into small section of the oval. Until it's heavy braking into second. Sweeping the right, the track, swerving onto the inside apex. And planting it to the oval. The banking drives improved. Any improvement? Yep, 2/10 he's just gained.
But he's
solid
still
improvements here.
Yeah, he's still in 7th though.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. At the moment, the only one of the leaders that is out on a green at the moment is Porsche car 555.
Yeah.
And he's just started. So he didn't make anything. He got up into 3rd there. Perry is in the pits at the moment. So is Hornshy Huda. I'm trying to see if there's anybody else on a good.
Bentley in P4.
Yeah. Right, we got our Porsche car 42 Vink.
Oh, let's have a little follow of him.
He's in 17th at the present moment.
He ran a bit wide just now.
He certainly did, and he's lost over 6/10 on that.
And now he's going to have to gain up, pull back. As he outbrakes himself, coming into that sharp braking.
Right, well in that
There's
case...
a severe lack of traction within the wet there.
Let's head up to car 74, who is Redford in 11th at the moment in the Audi. Every time I go onto one of these cars, that happens.
Turned in completely early.
Let's see if... No.
He thinks Perry is on a push lap.
Have a look. He's on an out lap at the moment. We'll stay with him anyway. Because the Mercedes, the BMW, Jesus H tap dancing.
The key in the wet is slow in, fast out.
But not too fat, not too heavy on the accelerator, because you'll just spin them tyres up.
Yeah.
This is where you need
Traction is showing a lot of gap between the quickest guys and slower guys.
Well, at the moment,
you know,
there
are some people 3 to 4 to 5 seconds off.
They are, but at least we haven't broke the 10-second barrier yet. Heading into the pits again.
Yep, maybe tuning some stuff on his brake. Oh God, there's a little bit rear.
He was well twitchy there, wasn't he? Have a look. Car 230.
All right.
Matthias.
Sarenpa.
What?
Sarenpa.
I'm calling him Matthias. But either way, Matthias at present is in 6th place. He's running green, or he was running green. Let's see. He needs nearly half a second to get 5th at the moment, and he's not running that kind of pace.
We'll see, because in the next few corners it requires a lot of skill to get through. You can easily gain 10ths each corner.
He is doing, but like I say, he's got to catch half a second there. Although at the present moment he's only 4/10 up, so he just needs that little bit more, and he might be
See
able to
how
get
brave
there.
he is. Just a case of seeing how brave he is.
It certainly is, because right now he will get 5th, or he was when I just started saying that. And where are we? We are coming up to the start finish straight again, so this is where he needs it. Is he going to be able to do it? No, but he does get
quite.
another.
Makes a small gain.
Yep, another
Now
3/10
behind. Another 2/10, and he could snatch that 5th place off of Santo, who looks pretty quick in that BMW.
He certainly does. I'm just trying to see people who are in red at the green at the moment who may well have a look. Car 494. Down in 20. Down in 20. Out of 24th at the moment. He is
very twitchy coming out of the last corner there. Almost hit the outside wall. So the rear not looking too good at the moment. Maybe a little bit more rear wing would do him solid.
Well, the problem was that last corner cost him at least 6/10.
Yeah.
And he would have cut a few places if he'd have kept that, for sure.
As an Audi goes and parks up right in the middle there. Unfortunately, may have had a spin, landed it, managed to coming into the slow right-hander of turn 4.
Car 14, another Audi. Audis are very popular today. Oops, as he goes wide. Please don't get frightened by the fact that the cameras are on you guys. Right. Dos Ramos, car 93. He, at the present moment, is storming on his previous. So, where are we
Let's
now?
have a look at him.
We are on T.
Coming out of turn 11.
Yep, coming out of turn 11. I don't want to say it, but he's doing quite well at the moment.
Goes a little bit wide coming into the back of turn 13, but turns it well coming into turn 14.
Well, he is
fairly comfortable at the moment.
2.1 seconds up at the moment, so that will take him from 27th to 18th.
18. That's good. And the BMW is stranded onto the entry into the back straight for some reason.
Will be Cloisterman, I think. Yep, Cloisterman.
Yeah. But solid gains from Dos Ramos, who seems to find a little bit of confidence in the dying stage of the qualifying.
Certainly.
It's very, very hard in the final stages of qualifying to keep your head cool and to manage a good lap.
Up at the front, we have got Push, car 555, running. He is in the green, but not by much. He needs nearly 6/10 to get himself on top spot. At the present moment, he is not running with that one. We also have Perry, who's out and just started his flying lap.
There's a yellow flag from car number 13. Who must that be? That's Bennett. Probably had him off coming into turn 12. Pushkarev looking solid in the Turner Motorsport livery M4.
Well, the thing is, just looking at the top 5, none of them are in the green at the moment.
I'd say because the weather's ramped up during the final, few minutes of qualifying, they've lost a lot of grip.
I would tend to agree with you on that one. Because
at the start of qualifying, there was significantly less rain. and that allowed drivers to push a little bit more and have a bit more confidence in the cars and tyres. It's very hard in the final stages of qualifying because there is so much water circuit.
Well, that is actually it. So, let us have a look.
There's a lot of cars still to finish their laps, though.
There still is. There certainly is. And I'm just waiting. Looking at it though, nobody is on a big gain at the moment. Car 494, the Audi, needs up a couple of tenths. And he only needs a couple of tenths to gain himself get himself at least into the top 20. Let's see, where is he now?
You know what I'm very surprised to see? A Nissan here.
Why?
Because Nissan aren't typically used at all. Basically. It's been ages since they've been in active use. So,
Yeah.
pretty interesting choice of car there because it's not in the meta at all.
Well, I've only got to say one thing to the meta.
Screw it, I guess.
Yep.
I'd say. I mean, I'm not too surprised to see a Lexus here though, because in IMSA there is the Lexus of Master Sullivan, and they tend to do a lot of testing in US circuits like this. So, Lexus being here, I'm not too surprised on. There's a significant number of Audis and BMWs though. As someone joins.
Hola.
Yo, how are you doing, mate?
Good,
Hello,
you?
Mike.
Yeah,
You lot
mate,
aren't the
all
ones
good.
streaming, are you?
Yes, we are.
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey,
You
my
are
bad.
the ones above us. You want the stewards.
Oh.
Unless you do want to chat on
I mean, if you want to commentate, you're more than welcome, huh?
I will pop along and say hello.
yes, please
Nice
do.
one.
Right, so here we go. Let us quickly run through our top 20. We have Billen in the Ferrari first, Hornsey Hoocher in the McLaren second, Push in the BMW third, Perry in fourth in the Bentley. Then we have Santo in BMW, Matthias in the McLaren, Josen in car 146 is in seventh, Tembrinki is in eighth, Van Sommerman is in ninth, Buten is in 10th, Don Pleaver, a fan favourite, is in 11th, Redfern is in 12th, the Ramos got himself up to 13th in the end. Then we have
Relano.
Releno,
Relano.
that as well, in 14th, OFSO in 15th, Klutzmann is in 16th, Alvarez Jr. is in 17th, Van der 11 is in 18th, Langeduck is in 19th, and Vink rounds off the top 20 in the Porsche. We do have, do you know what, sorry. Then we have,
Agudelo.
there you go, in
Yeah,
21. Then Bennett in 22, Peters 23, Bouts 24, Lamb 25, Faber 26, Bardell 27th, Rivers 28th, Baukamp 29th, and Torres 30th. So there is your
Right.
30. Oh.
And as we've listed out all of these drivers have seen 2 5-second penalties given to 2 different cars. That's car number 13, who's Bennett, and car number 73, Alvarez Jr. and that is for returning to pits, which is against the code of conduct of JL Motorsports.
Yes, during qualifying.
So, unfortunately, they will have to serve that during the pit stop window that we have a
10 seconds.
5-minute race. As we go through starting procedure very, very shortly. There you are. Dylan makes his way as the cars seep out of their parking spots and try to warm up their tyres, warm up their brakes, get themselves to grips with their car on heavy fuel load.
Well, we'll see how many people actually remember to put fuel in the car this time.
And the lights blaring on our screen as rain it covers the entirety of the track. Cars being very, very cautious around the back of the field. A lot of tyre warming going on at the front of the field. And right, as we come out of the little left-hander, yellow, I want to discuss a few things with you. So, you think from this grid will make the most overtakes? I've seen in qualifying that there have been many people that have made gains so far. People like Dos Ramos. I think he could be a dark horse in this race.
He could be. I know he'll give Don Cleaver a run for his money.
Yeah.
But we'll have to wait and see how them two do, because I know Don Cleaver's quite a good driver anyway, but I don't think I've seen him in the wet yet.
Yeah. And, you know, seeing a few drivers here, like, you know, Silentpath in McLaren 230. And, you know, he made solid gains. So during the race, if he can build up some under a damp track, perhaps he can, you know, push for a higher position. 6.
Well, here we go.
And as they come through turn 12, and now
that's not good. The leader's just spun.
He's just coming back pitch now. Aye. Well, at the very least, that everyone's past the start-finish straight line.
Hello, AJ. Well, here we go. We are lining up now, all 30 cars ready to rumble, as the good old Americans say.
And like the Americans say,
There
green, green, green.
Go. As we
driver,
see.
oh God, Rivers gets slammed into the right-hand side wall. And Dylan seems to be, you know, safe in first place.
Look at
and
that.
Unfortunately makes a stunning move around the outside.
That's just
splendid move.
Nuts.
Massive balls there.
As Push and Perry come together there.
His name. Yeah. That's not a good driving from Pushkarev, who manages to push who was it? Was it Joseph?
Perry off.
Perry. Yeah, not ideal racing at the moment. As Billen seems to be struggling a little bit. He's under attack from the BMW of Santo.
Santo's not done too good. He's not done too badly. He's got himself up a couple of places as well, so...
Tried to make an out-braking move on the outside, doesn't quite work. Leaves himself open to Pushkarev behind him. So Santo just needs to sit back and maybe not be so aggressive right at the start. because Billen seems to be in a decent window at the moment. Just needs to be a little bit more confident, just as Horchie is. He's really making strides through the field, by the way. Watching him making a second gap first lap. Really amazing. And as Horchie comes across the start-finish straight, finish the first lap, Billen seems to have gapped Santo, and now Santo is under massive pressure from Sarampa, trying a move around the inside. He has a look, but cannot make the move done. Santo seems to be, holding little package forming behind him a little bit well, forming a sort of fully train-esque vibe. Billen just sizing up a move now. He's gained 5/10 in the last few corners, and he seems to be making strides on Una. Doing everything he can, taking the correct lines.
Well, I'll be quite honest with you. These are two cars I did not expect to see at the front. Not in the wet.
Pretty good to see though, because it requires a different skill set by driving.
Oh, definitely.
So it's good to see that these two have managed to show full force their skills. In the drive, anyone can race to a decent, but it's in the wet where drivers are acknowledged.
Right, let's have a quick look at the winners and losers after the first couple of laps. Well, lap. Right, let's have a look. Well, of course, Horchie Una has taken the lead from Billen. Biggest loser so far has got to be Perry. He's dropped down into 13th at the moment, but he is running himself good and proper, getting himself back at full speed. The biggest winner is actually Band 11 in car 51. He's 9 places up on his starting position. Oh, that's not too bad. He was at 18th. He's up to 9th at the present moment. Anybody else?
Job from him. And Dos Ramos has also gained 6th position from 13th spot.
Nice.
Solid gains from him. 10 Brinker as well. I think he was 9th in qualifying, if I'm not mistaken. 8th. And he's gained 2 positions as well.
Yeah, Landman.
One of the main losers out of all this, though, is Pushkarev. He's lost 2 positions since the start of the race. So he'll be working hard behind the wheel to try and catch up.
I wouldn't say that's too bad when you've got people like Don Pleber. He's lost 7 places. He was up at 11th. He's now down at 18th. Speaking of which, Perry has now got to 11th, and he's going to be fighting his way up through to get himself back to the front, which at the present moment it looks like he's doing just the job. He's just siding through these fucking cars.
And let's note that the track conditions have changed. It's not exactly damp anymore, it's greasy. So you can see these drivers take a little bit more risk through corners. And Billen seems to be right on the backside of Horchie. Do you think you can start an inside move? Horchie gives a lot of room. And Billen just cannot make the move done, as Horchie goes a little bit unstable through the second part of that corner, but he manages to defend well.
Looking at the speed traps for the first couple of laps now, quickest car on track, believe it or not, would be 494 with in the Audi.
200. And their load setting solid lap.
258 kilometers an hour. He's managed to clock. That's not bad at all, considering the leaders at the present moment are only doing 256 and 254 respectively. So if he could keep that kind of speed on the rest of it, he would be siding his way through. Perry is
Exactly.
now up into 10th.
Harry's got a hill to climb though.
Oh,
Unfortunately, after lap 1, he has lost a lot of ground, looking to make it all back up.
that's an understatement. We have a yellow flag on car 494 that we were just looking at. He's
Yeah,
dropping
he
a
just
few
got.
places.
Yeah, I think he went off the braking zone following turn 10. Has he got a bit of damage? No, he hasn't. Yeah, no, he's just completely gone off the track and he's just tried to rejoin safely.
Well, at the
Good job from
moment, we
Agudelo.
are with car 51. Plus, we've got
Yeah.
car 89, 82 all fighting. Well, you can see as they're coming down the main straight.
Harry sliding through the field, making 2 positions in 1 corner. Or is it 1? Yeah, no, it's just 1. Still, Wheaton really on the back of Milano right now. The 2 BMWs fighting heavily. And Klosterman now wants a little bit of this action because as both Milano and Wheaton fight, Klosterman now sees an opportunity as he goes on the inside, trying to side the way through. Now Perry is under a lot of attack from Rolano right now. Ronaldo has a look on the inside, but thinks better off it. Just not got enough speed comparison to the Bentley, which is surprising, owing to the fact that the BMW is known for its grunt on straight. Bentley known primarily for low speed back.
Hello, Ricky. Oh, and we've had a couple of follows since I started. Mechanic Room, thank you very much. Spotted UK, thank you very much for both the follows. Is
Rolano
much
loses
appreciated.
it. Rolano loses it, and through the last corner, tags Boyton a little bit as Boyton goes past. Rolano got a little bit goosey on the rear end there, and he's lost 2 positions, with Klosterman now making a superb braking maneuver. And Rolano just needs to pick it back up and just go at it again. For the moment, he's losing a little bit of ground from just inconsistencies.
Well, the problem is they are on wet tyres at the moment.
Not ideal, really. And in this pit window, with the track conditions set to remain like this, it makes sense to go onto the dry tyres and push a little bit harder because drivers aren't maximising the potential based
We've
off
had
of
a change up front. Santo has taken a place from Billin, so it is now Hornsey Hoona first, Daniel Santo in second, and Uta Billin in third. So, watch this space. That Ferrari looks like it's just making the odd mistake.
Yeah, Billen seems to have been a little bit unsettled. And let's just note that Horner has managed to, gain the gap of nearly 2 seconds that last lap while these two are battling it out. And Santo just now needs to press on and reel the in. Very consistent. But we'll have to look on his rear mirror a lot because Billen does know how to pick himself up after got back. And this track
We've
is
had
very, very good for
another
reeling it in.
accident on a car 360 Booton.
And that's, Booton who's managed to
Drop a lot of places.
dropped a lot of places and got front damage. So where that he's got that from, I do not know. However, that will really affect the stability of his car.
Also, Van Summerman and Van Oven both dropped. Don Pleaver is now working his way up the leaderboard. He's back up to 14th on this good old race in the USA.
Track is so good to reel people in because there's so many places that you can size up a move. And a lot of these drivers are using it very, very wisely. Happy to see.
Right, let's have a look. So, where are we? We are coming up to 32 minutes left on the clock. Not bad at the moment. We've had a lot of change up front. We've had a lot of change all over the place. But it does look like there are some people in the pits now. Bennett, Boukamp and Landerman are all in the pits. I'm guessing their race might be over. Have a look at Alvarez, car 73 in 11th. He's trying to pull himself into the top 10 at the moment. And Cloisterman has just gone round. You just see him there, and he's dropping down places quite quickly. He's down into 13th already from
This track is not
8th.
being nice at all. This track is not being nice at all for these drivers.
It's not, as it's getting a bit drier. These wet tyres that they've got on aren't really working that well for them. They've had 15 minutes on them now.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's just a case of, nursing it until pit window hits.
Oh, another change up front. Billen has overtaken Santos.
Yeah.
Again.
It looks to me like, Gunnar Horchi has managed to really start to push it.
He certainly has. I mean, he's got a 4.9 second lead back to Billen, and then Billen, at the moment, only has 3/10 to Santo. But Push in the car 555 is another 6 seconds back. So that means that Hornsey at the moment has got a hell of a gap.
Yeah, proper gap. And, Huna's been lucky here because he's managed to capitalize on Billen and Santo really attacking each other. And in staying consistent and in putting solid laps, he's managed to sustain a decent gap for laps and laps and laps now.
As Perry just
keep setting fastest lap.
Perry's just lost 2 places there. He was up in at 7th. He's now just dropped it to 9th. Well, he didn't. He's got forced through there with Langdijk and Rolano. My brain is not working at all today. But this is another little battle that we will try and keep our eye on. They are all over the place at the moment. Don Pleaver has just lost 2 places, and he's actually been off the track there. That's not good.
The lone Mercedes on this field is doing a stunning job.
Van Summerman in
Audi.
None so right car.
And he's Van Sommeren in the GT America as a McLaren comes into the pits for whatever reason. Who's that? That's car number 919. That's from Town. And is he retiring from the race, or is he just sorting out his tyres? Because right now is not the time to set his tyres.
It's certainly not. But, and hello to Ricky in chat. Bit late
You
getting
can drive
back to
through?
there, but not that I've seen.
Boot camp has just literally gone through the pits for no reason in that case.
Maybe he
I
was
only
just
get
practicing.
Interesting. That's fairly unorthodox thing to do, though.
Just a tad, yep. As we are looking at car 89 and car
Relanio,
73, they're having a nice little
yeah,
battle here for 8th
Angade,
and 9th.
yeah. And Relanio goes a little bit wide, sweeps in, and tries to get a better exit out of that right-hander. Belangadike, who goes defensive, moves onto the inside, and forces Relanio wide, who went for an outside out-braking maneuver.
He did, he
Wasn't the
just
smartest
outbraked
in the best of
himself.
spaces. Yeah. Wasn't the best of moves, really.
Really wasn't,
So now
because
he's going to
just
have
lost
to
a lot of time as well.
now have to pick that all back up, and he's now leaving himself vulnerable to the likes of Alvarez Jr. and Van Sommeren as the pit window opens. So now, if you're Horchy, you're thinking, right, do I build this gap or should I pit as soon as I can? Get fresh tyres as the track manages to stay green. Track is now fully dry, no more grease. So Horchy can come in and not lose any more time and setting the blistering laps that he has done.
Well, this is just it. We know how quick Billing it is in the dry, and Santo and Push. So what is Hornchy going to do? In fact, he's in the pits.
Yep, and Horchy is the first person that enters the pits in the top positions.
Certainly does. So that puts Billing back in the lead with Santo 3/10 behind him. Push is another 7 seconds behind these two at the moment. So we will see. Is this going to work for Hornchy, or is this going to bite him in the rear
And
tire?
right now, the stewards are getting busy now with car number 25 with a 15-second penalty for multiple takeouts in lap 1. And another drive-through as well. Rivers for another lap 1 incident, and that gives him a drive-through. So, you know, that's him out of the race, pretty much, as car number 13 also gets disqualified for multiple incidents. Car number 555 causing a collision. He gets lap 1 5-second penalty. And car number 360 with a 10-second time penalty for causing a collision on lap 1.
Anybody would think this was a 20-minute normal race.
And car number 22 with a 5-second penalty for causing a collision on lap 30. Wait, what? On lap 3? Just say it. Lap 32. God, imagine. But yeah, that's a car off Van Sommeren in the Mercedes. So once he pits, he'll have to serve that 5-second time penalty.
Well, at the minute, Hornchy is back out, and they are now in 12th place. So we are going to see. He is the fastest man on track with a 136.9 in the wet. So let's see what he can do in the dry.
Track temp sitting 28 degrees Celsius, so not too bad. Car number... No, okay, no, I read that. Car number 360, another drive-through, causing a collision on lap 2.
Oh dear.
So that's Boyton once again with a penalty. The stewards getting pretty busy with some pretty robust penalties as well.
They certainly are. Push
get away with
Push has got a 5-second penalty as well. I would assume
I read that.
that is for...
Shut up, Alexa. And yeah, as people start to go green on the pit window bar, there's still a gaggle of cars still needing to pit.
Well, they are saying, are we, well, in the case of my mouth, it's saying, screw you, I'm not going to work. As for the leaders at the present moment, Billin, Santo, Bush, they're all trying to build a better gap for themselves. At the moment, Hornchy is some quite a ways back, Billin, but yeah, as we know, that is a hell of a pit lane. It really is. So we have to see, is Hornchy going to be able to get his first place back, or has he done wrong? Billin at the moment, he's pulling away from Santo and he's pulling away from Push. Now got a 10-second gap back to those two, so that's first to third in under 10 seconds. So one of them has a 5-second penalty.
Yeah, I think right now it's just a case of keeping patient. Well,
we have to keep. Hornchy is now up into ninth, so he's starting to get a little bit of space back.
and a load of cars now losing positions based off of their penalties.
And Billin is in.
Pomeran will have to take that penalty as soon as possible.
Well, Billin and Santo are in the pits now. Bush is trying to keep himself out there for as long as possible because he has that 5-second penalty. But this is where we watch how Hornchy, what she does in ninth at the present moment. How is he gonna do? He is now at turn 12. Yes.
No. Yeah, as Van Sommeren comes in the pit. That livery looks so at home in Indianapolis, man. So at home.
Right, Hornchy Hood has started to come round to the start finish straight. How are we doing with Billin? Billin is still in the pits.
No, Billin has entered into the pit. And is exiting it now. He's finished his pitting.
So that means Hornchy has kept his position in first.
I think Billin and Santo dived into the pits together.
They certainly did, and they are now some 12 seconds behind Hornchy. So only a drastic mistake here could possibly get this out of his hands. I'm not going to say anymore because usually I do and it happens, so I'm not going to say it this time. Have a look. We got Vink at the moment on a yellow. Has he been in yet? He's been in for fresh tyres. So looking at that, who is actually left? Boots in, car 360, Josen 146, Landman car 995, Torres car 78, and Boots, who's actually in the pits at the moment.
Yep.
Then again, now so is Bootin and Josen. So we gotta wait and see. All my numbers are completely cocked up at the present moment. Right. So we have Haunch now back up in second with Our leader, Rinaldo.
Rolano. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
Rinaldo.
pitted yet though.
No, he hasn't. So,
There's 4 people yet to pit now.
it certainly
So
is.
this is getting to dying stage of the races. Still about a third left, but now that people will have to. Track has gotten quicker in terms of conditions. It's a fast track now. The temp's going slowly up in terms of ambient as well. The drivers have no excuse anymore because now they're just going to have to push as hard as possible for the last 17 and a half minutes this race.
As Rinaldo goes into the pits, which means Hunch has gotten his first place back in a couple of turns.
Pit window is now closed.
Oh, that was close. Is he going to get there though? Do you know what? I don't know whether Ronaldo is going to get there.
I do not know, mate.
Oh, we'll have to see if this is actually counted. But right now, there we go. We have Hodgie, Bilner, Santo just passing the first start finish line. We have an 18-second gap back to third at the present moment. And there's got a bit of difficulty down there. Just a bit off the track. Look at that line of cars. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Trying to spot anybody under a second. At the minute we have a 9th, 10th and 11th battle. Possibly even the 12th as well. For Van der Summen, Perry and Alvarez. Alvarez in the front. Van der Summen in the 10th. Perry in 11th. Perry trying to make a move there on the outside as he got it. Oh, jeez.
Homer makes an inside defense move. Can't do much though, but it looks like the Bentley managed to outbrake himself a little bit, and that's left the Mercedes open a little bit. But in the aftermath, Bentley remains unscathed.
So the Bentley is now up into 9th. And he will be looking to get on the back of Alvarez Jr. as quick as he can, which he already is. And has he made the move on him? Yes, he has. This is where that
Very good move there.
That Perry in that Bentley now is just going to side his way through this block. He really is.
And now he's got, but looking at Perry now, he's got a tough hill to climb to catch up to the Audi Langadic.
He certainly has, but this guy can move when he wants to. Anywhere else? Redburn, Cleaver seems to be having a bit of fun with Duello. I'll have to have a poll someday. Do you want a proper racing commentary team, or do you prefer what we have? What do you reckon that'd be?
Don't know, mate. I can't lie. But what I do know is that 2 people are going to receive a fat penalty for not pitting pit window.
That'll be Torres and someone else.
Torres and Landman. Torres in the Lexus, Landman in the McLaren. That's a fairly disappointing doing, really.
Well, they were both in the pit for quite a long time earlier on in the race. Now, problem was
Yeah,
that was before the pit window opened, so the server unfortunately does not see that as part of the pit time. Let's have a look at some there goes my mouth
That's
again. Summerun with
Reeling
Alvarez.
in Alvarez. Reeling him in, look at that.
Yes.
Mercedes known for its top speed. Got that nice V8 grunt. Let's see if it can make any difference against the 10 of the Audi. Not quite, as Alvarez just had a bit too much in front of Van Sommeren to make any sort of move work. And Relano now is in a lot of pressure onto Van Sommeren. He's having to defend very heavily. And this allows Alvarez Jr. to just have a little bit of breathing space. And in the midst of all of this, big winner seems to be Alvarez. It's good.
He's not doing too badly now.
But in all of this, Klosterman is fast approaching Relano's backside. He's making strides right now. He's, if Relano and Van Sommeren battle a little bit more. Oh,
Well, Alvarez has just
wide.
gone wide. So he's just
And
dropped
that-
2 places and puts him right in the clutches of Klosterman.
And Klosterman is now making a lot of strides over Alvarez. His serious straight line speed. And Alvarez Jr. just having to defend a slight bit more than he wants to. And this is the thing with this track. No matter how good you are, if you make one mistake, you could lose 2, 3, 4 positions in one corner because of the nature of this track.
You certainly can.
So
And
old school, lose so much for just doing a slight bit to the outside of the track.
well, Haunchy Huna has just done a 1:35.9. So he's just gotten himself even quicker. So we know that the track's good. But the problem is, Perry is stuck down in 8th at the present moment. Billen and Santo are fighting each other. Pushka is too far back, now in 4th to get onto the podium. So, where does that mean? We have 10 minutes left on the race. Ooh. Are we going to see the first time that Alvarez,
Alvarez, god damn, doesn't seem to be a very friendly battle that's going on right now, because Klosterman has just popped Alvarez wide,
well,
and Alvarez seems to be, showing his displeasure at the moment with his flashing of his lights.
well, let's put it this
Not
way.
exactly amazing to do.
He just got caught on camera, so
Yeah, it's
have a look.
not good, and Alvarez outbrakes himself, leaving himself,
Ugh.
losing. Yeah, no, he hasn't lost a position, but it's not nice to be on the backside of another driver.
Well, it's
And
not,
Alvarez,
but you really do
not being
have to.
happy.
You do have to try and keep you cool. If someone punches you, gives you a bit of a nudge, fine, not a
Yeah.
problem. Just get on with it.
Exactly. But one thing you can't get away from is a penalty, which has been given car number 3. No, car number 22, sorry. So that's Van Sommeren yet again for causing a collision on lap 13. And car 3 is BMW 10 Brinker. He's got a 5-second penalty for causing a collision on lap 4.
Oh dear, we're
So
just watching.
Different incidents right now that shouldn't really be happening.
We're just
And Van
watching
Sommeren will lose
John
from this,
Pleaver
I mean,
at the moment. as he tries to make a move on Redford, and we will also keep an eye on, actually we'll move straight up there now, because Van Summon is under pressure from Rinella right now, so
Alvarez Jr. looking all over the place, by the way.
he's probably taken some damage then.
And a Klosterman, Carno 92, with a 10-second penalty for causing a collision on lap 8. So he's going to have to serve that one at the end of the race. And yeah, a lot of penalties coming through now.
What you call would you call it a gaggle of Audis?
It's a gaggle of, yeah. I mean, there's so many Audis, so many BMWs.
Yeah, but right now, if you look at it, from 12th through to 17th, it is all...
Oh my god! It's Audi R8 GT3 car. Look at this! Some top tier action right here. With Agudelo right on the backside of Alvarez, who's been a bit raffled in the last 3 laps. And the likes of Plevier also wanting to get involved in the action. Just slightly reeling in Redfern, who in turn is just trying to find a way to gain time and get close to Agudelo.
Car 89 and 22 are trying it again.
Car number 63, that is I don't see a 63.
Neither do I.
Maybe 73. Alvarez. Causing a dive bomb in lap 9.
Oh dear.
And he gets a 15-second penalty. Car number 92. That's Klosterman once again with a 5-second penalty, causing a collision on lap 12. Car number 134. That's Santo, causing a collision on lap 14. That's a car in P3.
Well,
penalty.
right. Well, that just says something, because Santo is only some 19 seconds ahead of Push.
So now Pushkarev knows exactly what he needs to do. He needs to push hard and gain time. He seems a bit isolated at the moment.
He does. He's all on his own at the moment, but that...
He's running his own race. That's possibly the best way to do so, to be honest.
Well, I was going to say that as well.
There, it's just nice. It's easy. Very, very easy to gain time when you've got clear air. All he's got to do is just unlock that extra step.
He's 18 seconds behind Santo at the moment, and that is, well, we only need to see another 3 seconds drop off that, and we have 5 minutes to do that. Are we going to see it, or are we going to see nothing?
We'll see, shall we?
We shall see. Well, shall she, shall she, shall she.
P10, Rolano is reeling in Van Sommer now, but he's lost a little bit of time in the last few laps, as there's a whole group of cars on the main straight just scattered across the straight, as Van Sommer makes a late move, a little bit risky, and Rolano follows up with an even riskier dive bomb. Good on Offso to give him the room though, as Rolano manages to go around the inside, snatch that position off of Van Sommer, who goes defensive onto the inside. And Van Sommer seems to be in a very rude off Rolano. They have solid moves going on right now.
Drive.
They have solid moves going on right now.
Drive through for car number 8.
Really the worst thing. Oh god. Car number 8. Drive through. Multiple race incidents that have happened. That's the Audi.
Have a look at our leader now. We shall take a look at Hodge.
I was just going to ask you to do that.
We haven't seen him in a while, and we have 3 minutes left of this race, so might as well give him a bit of love.
Exactly. And he seems to be doing a pretty solid job at the moment.
Certainly
Sliding
does.
through the traffic that comes his way.
Even when it's turned the wrong way.
Keeping it fairly on the relaxed side. Not pushing it because he doesn't need to. He just needs to stay consistent at this point.
Oh, you know what?
2.5 minutes left to go. Roughly. Looks like the race has gone quicker than I thought it would.
And here we go, and he takes the checkered flag for an almost, I would probably say, a perfect race today.
Yeah.
Billin comes
Genuinely.
in at second.
And Santo with a superb run. Who I
Santo
think
will
take
come
third
in
place.
in
Have a
third, and he is only 18
Yes.
seconds
And
in
Santo
front
manages
of Push. So
push
Santos
off a
keep
15-second deficit.
Yeah, he manages to keep that third place. So that's first, second, and third all across the line. What a bit of a race today. It was a race all the way through for a lot of people.
Battles throughout the race, mate. Really?
I would say it was a bit of a messy race, though.
A lot of incidents, but
Yeah.
that being said, they were dealt with fantastically by our amazing steward, Deadly Alden.
But there's lots of them in there today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Mike was in there as well at one point, right?
It was at one point, yeah, but people
And
get
the
lost and
final
come and
few
see
cars,
us.
the final few cars that need to come across the line. That's Van Sommeren at the moment, who's just coming across the line, and Vink as well, who takes a checkered flag, as Boerkamp serves his drive-through and comes across the line. So, as the race comes to a close, who do you think is the driver of the day?
Oh, I've got to say, Horchie.
Yeah, I would be inclined to agree.
He
With
managed
him
to
being so
take.
dominant, it seems to. It's not really any question, really.
No, he managed to get that little breakthrough on that first corner. Managed to do it cleanly as well, which is even more impressive
Yeah.
in the wet. So there you go. Oh, and we're cleared for donuts already.
Well, Santo needs to enter
Yeah.
first, so that they can take a photo. But after that, donut time, as Santo finally enters, and as photos are being taken for the JL social pages that you should follow, by the way.
Yes, please.
Go on to Instagram, go on to Twitter, go on to YouTube, get subscribed, and look at this as the top three play for donuts, and Billen seems to be going ham. And yeah, solid racing throughout. A lot of pretty decent battles along the way.
There certainly was. Now, next week.
Unfortunately, cannot donut for some reason.
Well, he's in a
Turn your
McLaren.
traction control off, man. Too narrow. The pitch straight's too narrow. That's funny as hell.
He could do it on the formation lap, though. Yep, he certainly could.
At least he can laugh at himself.
Almost. Well, there we go. Hornsey finally
that's
manages
one way
to do
to
360
wheel.
straight back into the pits afterwards. Right then. That is
But yeah,
us
guys,
done for the week. We are back
Yeah.
again next week.
And yeah, I mean, next week, where are we at? Are we at Kota?
Here we certainly are at Kota.
So some pretty solid racing there as well. We'll love to interact with them, huh?
Yeah, we certainly do. Right, well, we will say good night from JL Motorsports to whoever's left watching us. Thank you very much. If you're still here, what are you doing here, you crazy people? But either way, thank you very much. We will see you again next week at Kota with the same set of drivers. Thank you.
Peace out, guys. Peace out.